1900, the new century came. The U.S. grew in power and fame. In 1917, we entered the fray. In World War I to help save the day. The Roaring Twenties were full of cheer, but 1929 brought economic fear. The Great Depression hit, people lost their way, but Roosevelt's New Deal paved a brighter day. From 1900 to today we've grown. Through triumph and trials the seeds were sown. Wars, peace, and civil rights in sight. The American story reached new heights. In 1939 the world went to war. By 1941 the U.S. joined once more. After Pearl Harbor we fought with all might. In 1945 the Allies won the fight. Back at home there was another war to face, for civil rights and an equal space. In 1964 the Civil Rights Act came through, a step toward justice long overdue. From 1900 to today we've grown. Through triumph and trials the seeds were sown. Wars, peace, and civil rights in sight. The American story reached new heights. In 1947 the Cold War began, with the Soviets in a global plan. But in 1969 we reached the moon. Apollo 11 made the dream come true soon. The 60s roared with protest and song, for peace, for change, where freedom belongs. The fight for women's rights and against Vietnam shaped a generation that stood strong and calm. From 1900 to today we've grown. Through triumph and trials the seeds were sown. Wars, peace, and civil rights in sight. The American story reached new heights. In 1989 the Berlin Wall fell. The Cold War ended, freedom rang the bell. The 90s brought the internet's birth, a tech revolution that changed the earth. But then in 2001, a tragic attack, September 11th, brought the nation back. The war on terror began that day, as we rebuilt and found our way. Now in the 21st century, the challenges remain, with climate change, technology, and growing pain. Through pandemics and protests the story goes on. The American dream still shines at dawn. From 1900 to today we've grown. Through triumph and trials the seeds were sown. Wars, peace, and civil rights in sight. The American story